Hey friends, starting a business can be one of the most rewarding experiences of your life, but it can also be one of the most challenging ones. One of the biggest challenges entrepreneurs face is choosing the right type of business structure. Should you go with an LLC or a corporation? It's a tough decision and it can have a big impact on your business. In this video, we're going to break down the differences between LLCs and corporations and help you choose the right one for your business. So if you're ready to take your business to the next level, keep watching. We've got you covered. And if you want more helpful business advice, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment with your thoughts or questions, and subscribe to our channel for regular updates. If you watch till the end, there's a bonus tip for you as well. One thing is for sure, both LLCs and corporations are good company structures, and while it does signal the kind of business you are and the size of the company, choosing between the two depends on your business needs and goals. So let's begin with understanding, why do we need a company? There are a lot of advantages, and some of those are longevity, keeping a brand, ability to enter into contracts. Think about it. When I started my company, in order to produce those mobile applications, those tech solutions, I needed to hire employees. I needed to get some softwares. I needed to find prospects and get into contracts with them. And if you have a corporation, then that gives you a legal entity that can enter into contracts with everybody. It also has another big advantage. Companies are transferable, so it can last forever, and whenever you feel like, the owners can actually transfer that knowledge, that process, to a new owner. The biggest difference is taxation. In the case of an LLC, the company's profits and losses are passed through to the owners and taxed on their individual tax returns. This means that the LLC itself does not pay taxes at the entity level, which can result in lower taxes for the company and its owners. However, LLCs may be subject to self-employment taxes, which can offset some of these tax benefits. In the case of a corporation, the company is taxed as a separate entity, and profits are distributed to shareholders as dividends. This can result in double taxation, where the company is taxed at the entity level, and then again, when the profits are distributed to the shareholders, then they are taxed again. However, corporations may be able to take advantage of lower tax rates for certain income or deductions, which can also help offset some of these tax costs. So let me share a story with you. I am on this board of a company called Smartlight Analytics, and they're an LLC structure. Wonderful people, by the way, husband and wife, they're running the company. Yeah, they're making good money. They have given me 0.40% of that company. That is for me to be on the board and advise them. So at the end of the year, when they file taxes based on the profits of the company, we also get K1s and have to declare that LLC's income on my personal tax returns. What does that mean? So let's say if they make $100 million, then on my tax returns, I have to show $400,000 in income as well. Crazy. Now, moving along to other considerations, let's consider management structure. LLCs can be managed by their owners, called members, or by managers appointed by those members. This allows for a more flexible management structure. Corporations, on the other hand, are managed by a board of directors elected by shareholders, which can lead to a more complex and rigid management structure. In terms of another very important aspect, which is fundraising, corporations have an advantage over the LLCs, as they can issue stock or sell ownership shares, making it easier to raise capital from investors. LLCs, on the other hand, cannot issue stock or sell ownership shares, which can limit their ability to raise capital. If you plan to raise capital through investments or public offering, a corporation may be a better option, as it has a well-defined structure for raising funds. So after understanding what a company is and some pros and cons of LLCs versus corporation, like the ownership, management, taxation, now next, let's go ahead and take a look at the branding aspect of it. That's also very very important when you're starting a company. In my humble opinion, a corporation is typically more recognizable and maybe perceived as a more established and a professional entity, while an LLC may be seen as a smaller, more casual business. A corporation is the strongest form of entity on its own. What that means is that a corporation has certain rules and regulations to be followed, and it is a very serious act incorporating a corporation. You must have shareholders, officers, and directors. You must have the required annual meetings and many other regulatory compliances that need to be fulfilled. I would say a good thumb rule is that if you're going to be bigger than $25 million in revenue in the next 5 years, then you should go for a corporation. Secondly, if you're going to be raising any capital, then you should definitely consider forming a C corporation. Now, what is a C corporation versus an S corporation? All right, so the differences between the IRS code of how you are taxed. So either you elect for Chapter C or you elect for Chapter S. So that's the main difference. And in a S corporation, it's usually tagged with an owner, and that owner has certain special privileges so that that owner is not double taxed. So in this scenario, really, this person who's associated with the corporation gets to take the profits or losses of that corporation on their personal tax return. Very similar to an LLC structure. The way I look at it, a C corporation is actually the real company. S corp is like a corporation, has a lot of different regulatory aspects that a corporation should have, but also gives you the advantages of not being double taxed. So that's why people choose for S corporation versus a C corporation. In conclusion, LLCs and corporations both have their advantages and disadvantages depending on your business needs. If you're planning to start a small business like a design agency, a consulting shop, a dev shop, or even a yoga studio, construction company, a woodwork company, and many more companies like that, LLCs may be a more flexible structure for you, and the taxation and management structure would be a better option for you in an LLC. Corporations may have a more established and professional image and may be better suited for raising capital. So any of those tech startup people, you must go for a Delaware registered C Corp. If you're planning to be a larger company with significant revenue or raise capital, then forming a corporation may be the best option for you. Ultimately, it is important to weigh the pros and cons carefully and consult with a legal or financial expert to make the best decision for your particular scenario. No matter what structure you choose, starting a business can be challenging as well as rewarding. I hope this video has provided you with some valuable insights that will help you in making this important decision for you. Remember to always seek for professional advice, for legal, for accountants, to make that final best decision that's best for you. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, go ahead and like, share, and comment on it so others can also discover this important video to learn more about LLC versus corporation. Best of luck on your entrepreneurial journey.